Good morning, and welcome to Blind Builds with Blind Prime. I'm hoping this works, and it is the morning for you, or at least it's supposed to arrive in the morning. I'm going to do that thing that you do with the YouTube videos to push them forward in time. So, hopefully, I do that correctly. And in that case, good morning. If that doesn't work, then good night. Um, I've been working at something for a little while. Realized that I need some color matching from a friend in order to make sure it's right. But I was able to construct a part of it, and what I'm talking about is an idea I've had going for a little while. I've been doing this in my spare time. It's just my little hobby when I'm bored. I make caves. They're little segments that are 16 studs by 16 studs, and they're usually about 12 studs tall. And what these are just little cave segments that are really, really sturdy, and you can stack them and you can move them around. They're modular. I got the idea from the original, those little Minecraft desktop Lego sets that came out ages ago. Yeah, I have a couple of those. I have the little cave one and then the little village one, and I got the idea from just playing around with that, going, hey, wouldn't this be cool if this was in minifigure scale? So I've been building on this for a little while, and I think I've got it right, at least on the way it's structured. Because the bottom does need to be heavy, it does need to be a bit sturdier, it does need to have a little more pieces than other segments. So I think I got it right. But we're not really talking about the cube part of the cave. We're not talking about the cave cube here. We're talking about the new one I'm building. Now, I have it right here. There's little Lego Blind Prime. He's got his little adventures hat, his little bitty satchel. Yeah, he's hanging out. Now this is supposed to be blue. I'm not sure if it's blue. So if you're watching this, yeah, leave in the comments if this is the blue one. I'm hoping it is. I really am hoping it is. But if it isn't, I haven't really done much with this segment here because if it's not the blue one, then I'm going to remove it and replace it with the blue one. But I have one blue 16 by 16 floating around somewhere in my house. And anyway, that is this is the bottom layer of a cave after it's already had its pin sections. And we'll discuss that on the video where I talk about the starting of your own cave and how to begin and which type of base plates to use. I use 16 by 16 base plates because it stays with the whole cube aspect. So 16 by 16 all the way. And of course, yes, if you thought about that one for a second, it is a reference to Minecraft. I mean, this all came from Minecraft, so might as well just keep with the Minecraft references. And after all, our plate 64 by 64, and that just happens to be, an exact stack in Minecraft. So works out pretty well. All right, so we're going to build today what I call the bridge. So what I did is I took a couple of these segments here, which are the 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They're the 6 by 4 Technic bars. They have the little pins. They have 3 pins on one side, and 3 pinholes on one side, 3 pinholes on 3 pinholes on each side, but only 4 bricks wide by 6 bricks long. And I got 2 of them, and one of them has pins in. It has 4 pins set into it, and the other one has only 2 pins set into it. But each has one pin that ends in a studded pin. All right. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and connect both of these bits together to create something that is 12 studs long by 4 studs wide. And this is going to be the baseline for the bridge. Now the bridge is something I'm going to include into this little water segment that I'm going to build as part of the cave. But I wanted to make sure I got the bridge built first so that I can set it in there and construct things around it to make sure it's stable. But now that we have that part done, we're going to need a couple more bars. Now these are going to add stability to it. And the reason I'm using the Technic pieces here is that you can use these Technic pieces to stretch a distance in your Lego building, if you didn't know that. And I use it a lot for that. I can stretch areas, add a little more stability and strength to a zone that necessarily wouldn't be as stable if it weren't for the fact that it has some extra pins in there, adding to its ability to hold weight. And that's going to be important because there's going to be some weight that's pressed on at least this area on the very edges of this thing, as this will be a bottom segment, a base uh, cube for the cave, a base cave, if you will. All right, now that we have our two Technic bars set on the ends of each of these 6x4s that we've put together to create one long 12x4, these bars are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, they don't have to be 8. They don't have to be 6. They can be whatever you want. But for me, I use 8 because, well, stability reasons. I want to make sure this thing's nice and stable whenever I connect it to everything. Because my stumbly fingers can push things over by accident. So, now we put two pin studs on each side, and we're going to use those now. We have these long 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We have these long 10x1 plates, and we're just going to put them over here, and we're going to put them on the connectors there. And I'm using the 10x1 in case I need to slip anything in there towards the edges to hide this Technic piece there. And the 10x1 will allow me to have enough room to slip some like a brick or something into that gap. And then we're going to center the 10x1 on the other side on these pins that have studs on them that we've connected into the sides of the 6x4s. And there we go. And there we go. Now it's nice and connected. Now what this is going to allow us to do is have some fun later on. We can add some accessories, maybe put a hanging spider web or something coming down from the bottom of the bridge, but that's mainly just to hide all those little Technic holes and to give us options. Now that we've done that, we need a couple more pieces from over here. Oh, you're not a Lego. All right, so we've got these 1x4s. Now these 1x4s are important, and it's going to become more apparent how important they are in a moment. But we're going to put the 1x4, center it on each 1x8 Technic bar, right? On the very top of them, so that there's a kind of a, they will exist, and then the 12x4 Technic combo is right there. And now we're going to look around. Where did I put them? Oh, here they are. So we have these 4 guardrails, and it's important if you if you're on a bridge to have guardrails, especially if you're blind like me. You really want guardrails on a bridge. Bridge without guardrails, oh man, that's just that scares me just thinking about it. Like I'll have to be careful and make sure the cane's on the edge. Like I could still walk it, but it'd definitely be an uneasy walk. So I have these industrial style guardrails. I'm not sure if they're the right colors or not. I'm gonna have a friend come by and color check this for me and kind of match up the colors and get it right. But these are the 1x6 industrial style guardrails that slant up on the edges and come, have a nice straight middle, but on each edge there's slant. And we're going to put them right next to each other, right on the edge of that 1x4. And so we're going to put the other one there, and it's going to squeeze up against the other 1x4. We're going to spin it around. We've got it on the other side. I'm just going to put it there, and we're going to put this one there. I'm just going to copy it on all sides to be nice 1x6 guardrails going down the edges of this 12x4 platform we've made by connecting it to these 2 1x8 bars. Now, we're going to get 3 4x4 squares. Now, I'm hoping these are brown, and I'm hoping these guardrails are gray. And then we're going to get 2 tiles that are 1x4s. Now, what we're going to use here is we're going to take first, we're going to get this 4x4 plate, and we're going to put it so that one edge of the 4x4 plate is on the 1x4 that is on the 1x8 Technic bar, and we're going to squeeze that down so that it's it's bridging the gap between the two guardrails. And this is actually going to be our bridge. Hence why it should be brown. I'm not sure if this is actually brown. I'm hoping it is. But it should be brown, or you can make your bridge whatever color you want. It's Lego. And we're going to go ahead and put a 1x4 tile there, right on the other side of the 4x4 plate. Then we come out with our second 4x4 plate, and we're going to put our 4x4 plate on the other side of the 1x4 tile. There we go. And we squeeze, go ahead and knock that down. And then we're going to go ahead and put the next 1x4 tile on the other side of that plate. We're just continuing the pattern. And then finally, we got our final 4x4 plate. We're going to squeeze that guy in there. Come on now. What's going on? There you go. Yeah. Nice and tight. Look at that. And now you have a very sturdy bridge. That thing isn't going anywhere. And here is little blind Prime, little Lego Prime, and he can stand at the edge of the bridge and say hello. Hello. All right. Well, this has been a Blind Builds Lego style, as I will be trying over the next few months to do little Blind Builds episodes going through the construction of my modular cave system. So until next Prime, bye-bye for now.